low-key have given up on it. Well, I guess that sounds really bad, especially to start things off with, but I don't really think it's that bad. It's not like I've given up on hope or anything like that, but I just realized that healing as a destination doesn't exist. I know I'm not supposed to say something about how instead it is a journey that never ends, and the ups and downs along the way are totally normal and a part of the process. But isn't that just life itself? I can really sit here and pretend that I could just clean myself of all the dirt I've got myself covered with if I just try hard enough. If I just make the effort, then all the cracks will fix themselves, and I will become Mary Sue in a la la land where there are only sunshine and rainbows and the birds are always chirping. But I can't disillusion myself to that extent, and trust me, I wish I could. I've done damage and I've been dealt with it, but I'm presented with no other choice than to accept those scars and memories and keep on going ahead with them. I've somewhat always been infatuated with this abstract vision of perfection that I wanted to achieve in my life, because isn't something perfect the most lovable thing ever? But then sometimes I think I'm just really cruel because I can always find something to love in every person and anything. And so, if I could never imagine only being able to love perfection, then how come I've been so comfortable with applying that logic to myself ever since I was a little kid? But then again, I sometimes also think that I deserve it because I'm just a monster and not even human. It can't be true though. Can't run away from my own complexities by labeling myself one way or another. It's hard though, given my rose colored lenses for viewing everyone else. I just think I've seen so many much more amazing people than me. People who are mature, level headed, they know how to stand up for themselves, they know how to regulate their emotions, they never yell without meaning, they never laugh at the wrong moment, they know how to handle social situations, they don't let their sensitivity overpower them, and much more. Of course, it is also often the conventional things like how much prettier they are and how better they are at their work or something. But I won't even mind being an unattractive loser if it meant I had more potential to be loved, understood, and accepted that way. No one owes that to me, though. Sure, it's a nice thing to do, but I do not have the right to demand acceptance, understanding, or love from anyone. Indifference is a neutral concept in essence, but coexisting is more so in the middle in practice. And I don't get to complain about people choosing to do nothing more than coexisting along with me, because no matter how I feel about that decision, it's not one that's mine to make. On the other hand, though, I do find the widespread flourishing of the counseling industry and the influx of people turning to therapists and psychologists a bit sad because even though it stems off of the same concept of people not owing you anything, still so saddening that people have to turn to trained individuals many a times for just being heard when they talk about their problems, which they should already have a source of through a friend or a family member. You see, in most scenarios like that, people don't need someone for their advice or to be guided by them. Humans aren't dumb, even though I understand that could be hard to believe on several occasions. People can figure out the solution to their own problems. Like I've always preached, solutions can't be found externally when the problems are intrinsic, but external factors can always aid to it. Feelings of support, understanding, and acceptance are enough motivation and relief for many people. And let's not act like you need a psychology degree just to formulate a plausible solution to most real life problems, especially in a time where knowledge is highly accessible to a majority of the populace. And somehow, even though things are so simple like that, we as a society somehow fail to accomplish it. I have this scar on my left knee. I got it when I was 9 and I was racing with my cousin for fun, and instead of winning or losing, I fell down midway and disrupted the whole affair. It's been quite some time. I'm 17 now. That scar hasn't left, and sometimes I'm afraid all the mental and emotional scars would stay with me for life in a similar manner. Can't be a good person because I've did bad things. But then again, I can't be a bad person because I've did good things. Whichever I may be, the eternal question remains the same. Why do I need to fit the mold of an outdated concept when it's not even something I believe in? Why do I treat myself so poorly compared to how I treat people around me? Everyone except me. It's not like I haven't tried it. The idea of accomplishing with the imagery of clean water filling places that were before filled with dirty water on myself is a very tempting idea. I almost fantasized about a future where I'm a pure soul, untarnished by everything else, and receiving love and light in abundance. In those daydreams, nothing hurts anymore, and I don't have an abyss of guilt and pain and suffering forming a pit in my stomach. I cherished the thought of becoming that someday, but I'm taking it off the pedestal now. I yearn to be loved unconditionally, to be pure again, even though I believe purity is inherent in every human being for being who they are naturally. Or maybe purity doesn't even exist at all and I'm just coping. I won't be able to turn back time and change the past, but these shackles that constrain me are mine to adorn because I have a hand in building them too. I will suffer greatly and it will make me want to eradicate it for everyone else. I will go through many pains and it will make me value comfort. The ever present guilt won't go away and it will make me seek redemption in any way because, as Mary Shelley said, life, although it may only be an accumulation of anguish, is dear to me and I will defend it. And that's exactly what healing is. Healing is life itself.